Okay, awesome. Let's move on to the SQL data types that we have. So there are different numeric data types that we have, that is int, small int, decimal, money, float. Difference between them is the need of these different uh, data type has. Can anyone tell me why do we have these so many different numeric data types? Why don't we have just one biggest one only? So let's say, I think this is a pretty huge number, right? Why don't we have just money data type? And why do we need rest? Actually, this is the biggest one, decimal. So why don't we have decimal only? Why do we have int, small int, money, float, all of the others? Mayank is saying to optimize. Uh, to optimize how? It saves memory and storage in that case. Perfect. That is one way to go. One reason is to save memory and storage. Another, any other reason? Optimize cost and space. Correct. It's pretty much same. If allow only certain range of values. That's the answer I was looking for, Bhargav. Awesome. So yeah, let's say Bhargav came to me and he said that, Shubham, I want some kind of restriction that in this particular column, I do not want any value greater than 32,767. Let's go and check. Our roll number is int, right? So let's enter 32,768. And let's name, since Bhargav gave this as example, we will try to enter Bhargav. And it says age is 21, not 121. Let's see if this works. Oh, it does. Give me a sec. $768. How about 33,000? I think its range has increased and I have not updated in my PPT. Just a sec. This is it. Int is equal range. Is equal in range. Oh, int is bigger one. Small int is 32,000. Okay. This is a pretty huge number actually. Let's copy this. Oh, in our PPT also, I think we have the same, right? Yep, we have the same 647 at the end, right? 647, 647. Yes. So the data type is not small int, since it is int, I have to give a bigger number. So I'll give 8. And let's see now if we'll be able to enter Bhargav. Column name or number of supplied value does not match table definition. This is what Bhargav was saying, that allow only certain range of values. I hope we are all on the same page. Now we understand why we have this. Okay. Any other questions or any other curiosity we have? We would like to check anything else. So the reason we have all of these numeric data types, because they bring data consistency, data optimization. I mean, certainly, as Meng said, it saves cost and space. When you know that you have only 30,000 students, why would you like to declare it as a int? You will just use small int as the data type, and it will save your space and cost. Do we have signed and unsigned data types here, or only signed? We do have a signed and unsigned. I've just taken the most commonly used. We do have signed and unsigned. So I can show you. Signed in is equal range. Small it. It's not even sign it. I think I'm pretty sure sign it is there. Oh, by the way, you can refer to this documentation and you can find all the different data types. So this is a Microsoft Doc link where you can find all the different type of data types and their usage and their different restrictions, values, formatting, syntax, everything related to it. Sign. Let me check the keyword sign actually. Sign. Sign in. I think sign in is there in the Postgres. Yeah. I think yeah, it's there. When should I use sign it? So yeah, int unsigned. Is it there? Something I wanted to check. These are simple. Say, I think Bhargav, it's there. Just I'm actually as of now I'm not sure that it's there in this T-SQL also or it's just there in the Postgres. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's there in the Postgres for sure. And I'm pretty sure that signed and unsigned we do have here as well. It's because the keywords are there. So that certainly works. Unsigned is not there, signed is certainly there. Yeah, I think signed is default. Only for unsigned we have to specify. Correct. Yes, that by default everything is signed. Correct. By default everything is signed. Any other questions? Yeah, so we were at numeric data types. So these are different data types, have their different uh, ranges, restrictions, cost optimization, and save space, and all of those inherent benefits with them. Then there comes the connected data types. We have char, varchar, text. Can anyone tell me the difference between char and varchar? Satish Kumar, dynamic column length. So awesome, right on the spot. So the way it works is when you say char 10, right? Let me open up an Excel and I'll explain. That would be better. So let's go with Amit and let's say it is. So I was just worried that this Excel would do this. 6, 9, and let's say 10. And let's say this was char 10. And let's have var char 10. The way it works is it will store a m I. Sorry, I think I left this one. Yeah, I and t. So I'll just copy this I'll change it to yellow. So although now when we are using char 10, what we are doing is we are saying that, hey, block a space in memory for us of about 10 characters. And now when we are storing name Amit inside it, we are able to see that it uses only 4 characters out of it and 6 are getting wasted. And that's how it is for char 10. It will always block 10 memory spaces for us. And whether we use it or not, 10 will be blocked. And then whatever we want to fill it in, those will be filled and rest will remain empty, but will not be used and will get wasted. This is the problem with char 10, like char particular data type. And that's why we came up with variable char. Now what it does is, it will block 10 memory space for us. But let's say if we are choosing to store Amit in it, it will then, and once we have entered Amit, it will deallocate rest of the space, memory space. And that will be available for our next entry. And only 4 characters will be used. That is the benefit of varchar, which Satish Kumar was mentioning, that it has a dynamic column. So it's a very good example of saving cost and space, and being efficient also. So when we search throughout a column, it will search for the blank space also throughout the blank space. So that's not good, right? That's not efficient. That's why we use varchar over char. And when we are pretty sure that, hey, our character should not be never be 10 long and we always have 10 character field. Let's say barcode, it is always of 10 digits. Then you can certainly use char as the data type, and you will always those 10 fields all the time. I hope we are all clear. Any doubt on this? Okay, moving ahead. Then we have date and time data types: date time, small date time, date, and just time. And then my favorite data type that is there in the picture of miscellaneous data types, that is image. Maximum length of an image is just this number of bytes, which is pretty good. So let me tell you, when you store an image in a database, it is stored in a binary format, binary data format. So when you query it, you will be able to see a binary data against an image, but not the image itself. Just a heads up. Think of it as an encryption technique also, but it's not exactly an encryption. It's just that it's getting converted. So this is an assignment we're going to talk about soon. Installing SQL Server. I hope we are all good. So first we need to do is, this is a pretty old BBD, so do not go for the version. You can go for the 2019 latest version and install SQL Server Express Edition 2019, which I just shared in the chat window. Then at the end of that installation, you will have install SSMS option, install SSMS from there, or you can directly search SQL Server Management Studio, download, and then you'll be at the site. I'll show you actually. Give me a second. It's better to show so that you don't get confused. SSMS download. Yes, just download it from here. Both are free. SQL Server Express Edition is also free. This is also free. Install both of those. Then you'll be able to follow along what we have done so far. And if you would like to play with the data and would like to get these databases also, then I'll tell you that you can just search for Adventure Watch. And then you can download a backup file from here. Now I can tell you how to restore it, but I'm going to give you a task for home. Although you can follow just this simple documentation to restore, and that would be fine. But yeah, just go through the documentation and try to restore the database from here, this backup file in your SQL Server, and create your own adventure work and try to play with it. And let me know in case if you have any questions. So I think I'll be taking up questions first, and then I'll be moving forward. Sorry. Let me explain your assignment. So what I would like you to do is, as we have created a student table, I would like you to create an employee table which has column name, employee ID, name, address, city, date of birth, phone, email, email ID, and all of these columns. You can take any sample values. Then just insert 10 appropriate records in the employee table. You can insert them individually or find a way to insert multiple records in one go. And then use a select command to view the contents of the employee table. Any doubts so far in the assignment? Anyone? No. Bhargav says no. I would like to have one more no from someone. Any doubts? Sukanya says no. Perfect. Awesome. Actually, yeah, I would like to say that. I mean, a lot of people are not participating, so they are not there at all, or they are not just responding because of being lazy, or I'm just boring them. What is it? May I know? No response? All good, right? People are there, right? Yeah. So I'm not that bad. Nice. Anyways, all good. Great. Let's move on to our SQL clauses section. Select column 1, column 2, column n from table EID where condition. Now, what exactly do we mean by that is, I'll show you. So I'm going to take this as of now out of the picture, and I'm going to take an existing table. Let's go with, I like customer. And yeah, so the certain integrated feature that you should always use is select top 1000 rows. It will give you the query for top 1000 rows also. It will give you the column name also. And you can just take a look at the data set as well. Okay. Now, what our example would like to say here is select column, like an explicit exhaustive list of column with the where condition, right? Let's go with, let's take name style. Wow, I don't need this. We don't need this field, right? Because it says 0 all the way. So let's remove name style. Customer ID, let's have this. Title, first name, middle name, last name, suffix. Anything else? And which company and which company? Let's remove salesperson. Yeah, that's a salesperson. Does not like to password, hash, and salt also we don't need. Let's say would also don't need, and let's say modified API instead. Now we'll use a where condition. Now, can someone give me a number where, like, let's say the customer ID is greater than, or let's say less than 10. So now, can anyone tell me what would be the result of this particular SQL statement? Let's go with this time with, I think, Mayank, yes, tell me. What would be the result of this SQL statement?
Yeah, basically list of all the customer having a customer ID less than 10 with this column which we selected.
Perfect. Perfect. Let's see if what Mayank has said is correct or not. 7. Oh, interesting. So, fortunately or unfortunately, we do not have customer ID 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Let's see if customer ID equals to 8 exists or not. It does, certainly it is not. So what Mayank said was correct. And what our result said was also correct. Let's go with less than 8. Yeah, these are all the fields that we have, respective fields. This is a way where we can filter out the data. Now what I would like you to showcase is and tell me which one is easier. Let's replace this. Actually, since we already have temp, I'm going to use that. Let's use our, no, that is not the customer table, right? I have to save it again. Save it. This is the result. Now I want you to check with you. What do you think, which is better? In an Excel file, selecting data like this, or in SQL, just writing this particular command? Jim, which one would you like better? Hello.
Yeah, I think both is also workable for me.
Okay. So you're saying that you would like to still go with the Excel approach or the SQL approach?
Because I'm so used to using Excel to during my work, right? So maybe I'm more familiar with Excel in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if I give you this, like less than 100? Then what you gonna do? Are you gonna select and deselect like the way we did for these 7? Are you gonna like,
Yeah.
filter, or are you gonna just use these conditions? Less than 100.
Yeah, it's more tedious that way. I definitely would go for the SQL.
But yeah, I mean, there are ways in Excel also. We just did just now we did, right? But the thing is, what I was trying to explain or show here is that in SQL it makes your life much more easier.
Yeah, definitely.
right?
Especially if the data is big.
If data is big, correct. That's the key point. You got it there. Irrespective of someone asks you 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, all you need to do is just make a small change, execute the statement, and you're done. In Excel, it might be much more tedious. Here we do have that kind of option of is less than. I do understand that, but there are some of the capabilities which are not available in Excel, and which you can do much more in much more easier way within SQL as compared to Excel. But yeah, it's glad to know that you're Excel savvy, and I really love Excel, believe me. But yeah, I prefer SQL over Excel any day. And by the end of this course, I would like you to have enough knowledge in SQL and confidence that you will also prefer SQL over Excel.